A hunter must hunt. hunter must hunt.
Let's go Zap Gang.
A hunter must hunt.
Almost a full year, thanks for all the content. And only have 2 weeks left of college and I'm free.
Okay, let's try that again. Rise and grind. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, all of my Sigma males. Well, good morning. Good morning. For all of my FOMO Sigma male GRINDSET friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here once more to learn the eldritch magic of the hack, of hacking. And you know what? You hear people say that you should have passive income, but this is actually wrong. What you really need is passive aggressive income. Okay? So you're going to be getting all of those fantastic Sigma male grindset tips today. Okay? Fun fact, I started this Twitch channel and all I had was 40 hours of Net Zero, an Uncrustable, and a DVD copy of The Babadook. And with nothing but hard work and ingenuity, I was able to double that in only 15 years. Okay? And I can bring you into my mindset. Okay? I'm gonna bring you into my mindset. Should we read The Art of War? Absolutely you should. That is absolutely relevant to your day-to-day life as a Sigma male. Sigma Tau Epsilon male. Well, so are we ready? Are we ready to put down, to shelf our OSCPs and get a real cert like CISP? Are we, or CEH? Are we prepared? Are we prepared to fucking hit that Sigma male grind set, okay? And make mistakes, because I'll tell you, you know what? Every mistake brings you closer to success. For example, just the other day, I left my son in a hot car with the windows rolled up while I had a few drinks. Okay? He passed away. However, because of that mistake, I realized something very important and very near and dear to my heart. I didn't even want a son. He was holding me back from being a better hacker. He wasn't... Exactly. I think, you know what? He really just didn't believe in himself. You know, that's the real problem. He was not Sigma. And so, absolutely, this is a Sigma male only stream. How many likes did that get on LinkedIn? You know, I'm not going to brag, but it did get 14 likes on LinkedIn. Okay? Exactly. It was very unchad of him. That was very unchad. He was spreading FUD. You know what? He was spreading FUD. So he was just NGMI. He was NGMI. HFSP, my friend. HFSP. So let's just look, before we get started with our hacks, and we're listening to inspirational hacking music today. It's really getting us pumped up. And before we do that, though, let's take a look at a tweet that I think really encapsulates that grind set, that CISP grind set. Ready? It bothers me when I hear young employees talk about work-life balance at an early stage of their lives. Work your butt off at the beginning, make money, save it, and then later in life, aim for work-life balance as you will need it with kids and partners, etc. This is my point of view. And I just think this is so absolutely insightful. You know, I'll tell you a true story, okay? My first job was actually cleaning toilets at a toilet store, and I told my boss, look, sir, you don't need to pay me. Listen, I'm just here to learn. I'm here to just absorb knowledge, okay? I'm a rise and grinder, okay? And what I learned is that you cannot pay rent if your boss doesn't pay you. And you know what? That knowledge is everything. That knowledge is everything, friends. Sigma male, grind set. Get your nose to that grindstone. Get your fucking ass up and work. Okay? Rise and grinder indeed. That boss was out. It was actually not Albert Einstein. It was Nikola Tesla. True story. Nikola Tesla. What about the Omega Male 9 set? Now, we don't want to go into the other Greek letters. We're specifically focused on Sigma Tau Epsilon today. Sigma Tau Epsilon. Today we are all about hustle culture today, okay? Hustle culture. Everyone told me that I couldn't do it, okay? They said, you can't drive in this condition. But you know what? I did it. And I made it home just fine. My second son, not the one from the first story, the other one, did not make it. But I made it. And that's what's important. Okay? All right. That being said, a guy worked 3 jobs making $50K a month. That sounds like a Sigma male. That absolutely sounds like a Sigma male, my friends. He's a diamond hands, okay? He's a diamond hands. That's what we say in the biz. Okay, Chef Key with the 3-month re-indoctrination into the cult. Welcome back to the All Has Red team, my friends. Thanks for supporting the stream. John Doe Norris with 13 months. Welcome back. Turco with the 11 months. Welcome back to you as well. Noxus 986. Thank you for the follow. Exactly. If you're underpaid, you're just not working hard enough. You know what? Let me tell you. I was able to save. Let me tell you how I saved $100,000 in 3 years while I was in college. Okay, I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to give you the story, okay? Because, you know, it wasn't easy to save that number of money, that amount of money. But, incidentally, I did have a mother who worked tirelessly to pay my tuition every single year, which was roughly $40K a year. But that did contribute to some degree.
Smile.
However, but despite that, you should do. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that absolute. I'm gonna give you some of that really insightful advice. Okay, ready? You should invest in your 401k. Keep your expenses low. Cancel your streaming services. Don't buy video games. Don't play video games. Hustle. We're hustling. And don't eat out. In fact, just about literally anything that brings you pleasure is probably something that you could cut out of your day-to-day life and you could be grinding instead. Literally anything that makes you happy as a human being should be literally cut out of your life. Okay? Al, you look like shit, dude. The Matrix does not work on you, my friends. Just fucking with you. My friend, I don't remember the affliction stake in the Matrix, but it sounds like you're spreading a lot of FUD in my chat right now. Okay? You're spreading a lot of FUD. I'm gonna need you to not be a paper hands. Okay? I'm gonna need you to not be a paper hands. If you can't afford rent. Exactly! Just buy a house. I don't understand. Look, just make more money. It's actually, it's pretty easy. It's as simple as being born a white male in middle-class America and having your parents send you to wealthy, expensive private schools so that you get an appointment to the U.S. Air Force Academy. So you don't need to pay for college and have a decent job the instant you graduate that eventually leads to a lucrative career in cybersecurity. Anyone can do it. It's very simple. It's very simple, okay? Just hustle. And if that doesn't work for you, just try being born rich next time, idiot. Exactly, okay? Listen, you guys are starting to get it. You guys are starting to get it in my chat. I like it. I like it. We have a lot of diamond hands in chat right now. Fro Pops with the 7-month. I'm so grateful for all you bring to it. Hey, thank you, Fro Pops. Genuinely. I'm glad you got your OSCP, but you should really work on your CEH now. That's definitely a better cert. Or if you really want to go for it, your CISP. That's where you really need to be going if you want to be that Sigma male, okay? Metakin with the 3 months re-indoctrination into the cult. Welcome back to the All Has Red team. Nunicus, thank you for the follow. My God. We may need a sarcasm disclaimer bot. Listen, if you can't tell that I'm being completely serious from start to finish, if you can't tell that I'm being completely serious, I don't know what to tell you. You're just not a diamond hands. You're not a Sigma male. Okay? Voltraz asked, did you go to the Air Force Academy? I did. I did go to the Air Force Academy. Can't wait for that All Hazred coin. When are you minting that crypto? I got it. Look, it's in the works. It's in the works, okay? I'm working off of, didn't you hear my story? All I had was 40 hours of net zero, an Uncrustable, and a DVD copy of the Babadook. I'm still building up from there, okay? Listen, this parrot trainer once asked me, would you rather have $4,200 right now or a half-eaten empanada? And I'll tell you, every single time, I'm taking that half-eaten empanada because inside of 1 quarter, I will have doubled that, and then it's just all profit from there. Okay? All right? My company wants CEH. How do I tell them no? Pay my OSCP like a Sigma. You should just take the real Sigma male moves. Just take the CEH instead. How did you get in? I tried to get in. I started the application process. I'm a candidate now. Oh, fantastic. So Voltraz, all joking aside, we're having a bit of fun on this stream, obviously. But dropping the jokes, please do reach out to me on Discord if you want to talk about the Air Force Academy. I'll tell you everything you want to know. And I'll tell you, I can tell you everything you got. Reach out to me on Discord, and we can have a chat about it. I'm not gonna derail the stream with it, but I will give you mentorship in my Discord if you need it. You know, I do love giving mentorship to people in my chat. Take one of my students, Driskin. He started his own business by buying things from normal stores like Publix and Safeway, and he resold them for more money on eBay. Now, of course, nobody wants to pay more for something that they can get more easily and for less money. So he is wasting a massive amount of time and money, but he's passionate about this. And you know what? That's everything in this business, okay? That is just everything in this business. Truest Sigma move is watching the new Batman movie and thinking it's meh. Don't know. The new Batman movie is the most Sigma. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Robert Pattinson is absolutely the most Sigma anyone has ever seen in that movie. Like the new Batman movie is Sigma male incarnate. Now I understand Sigma male is something of a meaningless term designed for everyone to look at it like a horoscope and see part of it in themselves. But that being said, Robert Pattinson is a Sigma male in that movie. People pay more than they should for groceries all the time. Listen, don't attack Helen of Tor like that, the developer. That's rude. Okay? That is rude. Please do not attack other mods in the chat. Like that, just out of nowhere. That's not cool. It is not very Cash Money. That is true. That is true. Are you guys ready for some Alpha, Sigma, Tau, Epsilon hacks today? Are you guys ready? Well, before, we have to go over some acronyms, okay? What is hustle culture? What is it? Hustle culture. Okay, I do have a minor problem that my glasses are polarized and I cannot easily see my my screen. So I will have to take the glasses off. But we are no less Sigma, okay? We are no less Sigma male. I cannot see the screen. But okay, so hustle. Hustle. Okay, what does hustle stand for? Well, obviously, hackers under Sigma thinking learn entrepreneur.
Hustle these nuts. Never mind. Glad
there
to
we
be
go.
Here, man. Keep
completely coherent acronym. Completely coherent acronym. Hackers under Sigma thinking learn entrepreneur. We gotta have that Sigma thinking, that Sigma mindset. Okay? Alright? Another acronym. Let me hit you with another one. Okay? PENIS. Pen testing efficiency and necessary.
What are you doing, step bro?
Investigation. This is completely readable, and if you can't read it, you're just not a Sigma male. This is special handwriting for Sigma males. Investigation score. We are working on, as Sigma males, increasing the size of our penis today. We are increasing the sizes of our penises. Okay? Many acronyms. As Sigma males, we have many acronyms. Okay? Many questionably coherent acronyms. Okay? There we go. Now, what are we doing today legitimately? What legitimately are we doing today? Well,
yeah.
we're taking on, at the urging of someone in chat, and after 5 seconds of checking Hack the Box, I've decided we're doing Hack the Box's paper. Now, I understand, many of you non-Sigma males, many of you paper hands in chat, those will spread FUD about on the day of our Lord Cthulhu, Newbie Tuesday, doing a Hack the Box machine. But it has been claimed by all of one person that this is absolute Newbie Tuesday content. So we're gonna listen. We're gonna be diamond hands about this. Okay, we're gonna be diamond hands, and we're gonna hodl. We're gonna hodl onto our penises as we dive into Hack the Box's paper today. All right, that's what we're doing. So let's start up the virtual machine. Let's get it going. I'm excited. Let's go here. Let's close this. 1 second. We must start the virtual machine. Now, many of you will probably notice. That the virtual machine looks a little different today. That is because I rebuilt my Kali machine. This is a brand new virtual machine. I have rebuilt it, so I may have to install some tools as we go today. I do this every so often, rebuild my Kali from scratch. It's just good practice, honestly. You know, I find Kali does tend to get bloated after a while. So this is just a clean out of the box VM? No, it is not, Killer. I did my usual configuration. I set up some things, like I set up my ZSHRC the way I wanted to. I installed a few things I know I'm gonna need, like Docker, for instance. But that's really all I did. Can you do a video on how to build a Kali machine? Voltraz, that's an excellent question. Votraz, excuse me. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Votraz, I absolutely can. And by the way, thank you so much for the 2 months re-indoctrination into the cult. And please do reach out to me. I would love to give you mentorship on the Air Force Academy. I really would. I'll tell you the good and the bad. I won't hold anything back. And I'll tell you what the best thing you can do to get in is. I'm class of 2011, by the way, if you're curious when I graduated. I was there from 2007 to 2011. He will tell you how to be a Sigma. I certainly will. So let's open up. I don't know why the console is starting so small. It's been doing that since I rebuilt it, and I don't know why. The terminal transparency also, for some reason, got turned up super high. Where is the transparency?
A hunter must hunt.
Alpha Z Draco.
How do I fix the terminal transparency? Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm looking up. I picked appearance. Edit current. Appearance. Where is transparency? I don't see it. Oh. There's other tabs. I still don't see transparency. Choose by fonts? It's that...
Must hunt.
I've
Font-
got a huge console.
I've got a huge console? Yes. Yes, you do not want to have a small console. You definitely want it to be large. Ah, here it is. We do just want a little bit of transparency. I don't like a whole lot, but a little bit looks nice, I think. You can see the background. There we go. A little bit of terminal transparency for us. We'll make the font bigger for you guys. Why are you playing the Wii Bowling soundtrack? Okay, we can go back to FTL. Hang on. We were doing... It was... I just searched inspirational, like a true Sigma GRINDSET alpha male. I just searched inspirational music on YouTube, and this is what we're listening to. We'll go back to FTL. Here we go. There we go. We're back to FTL. But we still are no less rise and grind, okay? Rise and grind. Okay? You know, one of my students said, I got another story in me. One of my students, Kraleb, asked me, how do I live my passion? And I said to him, listen, Kraleb, my man, my dude, you have to start with your why. And he said to me, Al, I have no idea what that means. I paid for this. And I said, look, there's no refunds, bro. That's words of wisdom right there. Okay. Let's change the... Hack the box. Paper. Alrighty. Alright, let's get logged into Hack the Box, which I have not done yet. Where is... Did I start an incognito window at all? I did not. Alright, we're logging into Hack the Box. Give me just a second. Live your dream by grinding, and definitely don't look into my history of misconduct with women. Yeah, that's not very cash money. That's just not very cash money of them. Okay, so we are... I did look at this machine for all of 5 seconds to ascertain that it was retired. Wait, is it retired? I don't see the... Wait, if the machine is active, I can't do it. It is active. I can't do active machines! Why do people tell me... I cannot do active machines. It's against Hack the Box's policy, you degenerates. This is not... Listen, you're just NGMI. Not gonna make it. Okay? Listen. You're like subterminal. Get your ass out here. Get Giant Scardua. I'm talking to Subterminal right now. Sit down and shut up. I will turn this stream around We are hustling! Come on, hack already? Yes. That sounds like there's some FOMO. Subterminal! There he is! There's the degenerate in chat. TryHackMe just added a scam call center. Wait, did they really? Hang on, we gotta check that out. I cannot do active machines. They'll ban me from Hack the Box, which would not be very cash money. What does that mean? Cannot do active machines? So Hack the Box is a semi-competitive platform. Hack the Box is a semi-competitive platform. They have something called active challenges, active machines, and you get points for completing these machines. After a while, the active machines get retired, and they end up in this retired machines category. And then you can post write-ups about them. Okay? You cannot post write-ups on active machines because it would hurt the integrity of the competition at Hack the Box. All right. Doctor with the 2-month Prime re-indoctrination. Welcome back to the All Has Red team, my friend. Thanks for supporting the stream. Gene-Aid with the 10-month re-indoctrination into the cult says, hustle D's nuts. Okay, so I see Gene-Aid wants to know how can I too have the hustle mindset? And I'll tell you. You can subscribe to the stream. Okay? You can subscribe to the stream. It is expensive. So if you can't afford it, there's a good alternative. You could just print out my signature and print it on your wall. Here, I'll even put the signature up on stream for you right here. You just print it out, put it on your wall. It is $15 a print, though. You can just Venmo me. You can just Venmo me and say in the comments for the signature. Okay? But this is how you can get that Sigma Epsilon Tau grind set. Okay?
A hunter must hunt.
Who owns the NFT of that signature? Oh, I should mint it as an NFT. That is very cash money of you. That is very cash money. How can you do anything in that attire? Killer. I literally just wear this all the time. Those of you who are in Footbix's Discord may recognize me as Hack the Box Ryan. I am not Hack the Box Ryan. I am Al. And I literally wear blazers all the time. I never don't wear blazers at any point. Good to see you're still streaming, and at least you don't seem to be streaming standing up. I am indeed standing up, Vinta. I hate to break it to you, but I am indeed standing up. Will you upload it on Patreon? If people really want my signature uploaded on Patreon, I will upload it. Carlos Artman with the 5 months of Prime. Welcome back to the All Has Red team, my friend. Thanks for supporting the stream. Know Nothing with 7 months of Prime. Stream Mod with 5 months of Prime. Welcome to the All Has Red team, my friend. Thanks for supporting the stream. I do believe that your console is huge, Stream Mod. Well done. Perry Mad bringing Stoner D into the passionate club of cephalopod enthusiasts. Welcome back. Or welcome to the All Has Red team, Stoner D. Thank you so much, Perry. Big Dirty Raj, thank you for the follow. And Stream Mod bringing Loch Ness Monster 3501 into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red team, my friend. Have you been telling the physical pen testing stories? Well, tell them to send me on more physical pen tests. I haven't been on one in a while. My more recent one was a social engineering pen test, where I literally just got up and talked to the people about the Sigma Male grind set until they got so annoyed with me that they were like, fine, you know what? You want my password? Here, just stop talking to me. All right, do we want to do a Hack the Box machine after Subterminal, the degeneracy of Subterminal, recommending an active box for me? Do we want to do this? What was that? Like, someone recommended Tech Support 1? This has got to be it, right? Hack into a scammer's under... We got to do this, right? Is this easy? What is this? What is the difficulty of tech support 1? Can we do... I should ask more coherently. Is this good for Newbie Tuesday? It is easy. We're doing tech support. Does anyone argue with hacking into Microsoft tech support? I think we're doing tech support. We're doing it. It's Sigma Mail. It is Sigma Mail. I will need... I do wish I had non-polarized sunglasses in this moment. Actually, I think I do have them. I have those aviators somewhere. Do you want to feel like... I do... Hang on a second. Let me see if I can go find my aviators so we can feel like Kit Boga. Where is it? All right. There we go. Now we're in character. Okay? Now we're in character. We are a Sigma male version of Kit Boga. Okay? You ready? If you don't know who Kit Boga is a big streamer on Twitch who dicks with the scammers. Highly recommend checking him out. He's very funny. Very funny. Very honestly, I've met Kit Boga in person. Honestly, one of the most genuine dudes. He genuinely seems like a really nice dude. Like really not being. I'm not like we do a little trolling today. I'm not trolling here. Kit Boga is genuinely one of the nicest dudes. When did you meet him? Kit Boga did a meetup near me. I won't say where, but it's not hard to figure out where I live if you're dedicated. But I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe Kit Boga lives in my city, or at least near my city. And he happened because he did a meetup around me, and he has dropped a couple of hints on his stream once or twice. And so I did meet him at the meetup he did a couple of years back, and he was a very nice, genuine dude. Like, he really was a good man. All right, so let's... Honestly, one of my highest aspirations on Twitch would be to be on Kit Boga's stream at some point. That would be one of my highest aspirations. To be one of the... He occasionally collabs with other streamers. He did one just the other day. He occasionally collabs with other streamers and calls the other streamers with them to fuck with the scammers. Well, you are a hacker. He has said that he doesn't want to go down the road of like trying to actually actively hack the other streamers. So I think he might steer away from a streamer that is specifically about cybersecurity. But if you go into his stream and mention me, maybe he'll notice. I am a big fan of his. I've been a subscriber of his for years. Honestly, I think I've been subscribed to his channel for like 24 months or something. All right. Alrighty, so let us... Mukter, TryHackMe. I don't even have my folders set up. Mukter, we're going to call it... What's it called? Tech support. We'll just call it that. We'll start Tmux. So, if those of you who do not know, this is Tmux. It is a terminal emulator. It allows me to do things like splitting my pane in half. I forgot that there are brand new key bindings. I do not know the new key bindings. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Hang on. How do I close the pane? I changed all my key bindings for some reason, and now I can't remember how to change them back. Or I can't remember what they are. On Windows, it's Alt F4. Hey, what does reboot tech W do, bro? It's not very cash money of you, okay? It's not very cash money. Alright, how do I remove the active pane? Can I okay. Fuck. I can't remember any of my bindings. Okay, hang on. We're learning.
A hunter must hunt.
New session. Splits the pane horizontally. Navigate panes. Yeah, I need to look at my tmux.conf. Why did I change the key bindings? Alright, we're gonna have to... Let's open this up. For some reason, I thought it'd be a good idea... For some reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to change all my bindings and then forgot what they do. Okay, split window. Split window horizontally. Okay, yeah, H and L. Okay, that's fine. But how do I open a new window? I had all this figured out, I promise. It's already late here. Hack something. All right, we might just. I can't remember how to make a fucking window. I just want to get rid of the fucking. Oh, there we go. But how do I make a new window? Oh, it's like that. Okay. How do I fucking... Navigate panes. I'm trying to remember all the stuff that I figured out the other day. Oh, it's Control H for some reason. There we go. Control B, Control L. Okay, now it makes sense. All right, we did it. I'll get used to it over time. All right, we're hacking tech support. Let's do it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect to the VPN. No hacking happening just yet. All we're doing is connecting to the VPN so we can reach the box. TryHackMe. There we go. So obviously, this command produces more output than a CVS machine, a CVS receipt. But all you really need to see is this initialization sequence completed at the end. That indicates you are connected to the VPN. And you can check with ifconfig ton0. And you can see that we do have a ton0 interface. Ton0 standing for tunnel, which is the standard name of a VPN interface on Linux. So we are in. We've hacked it. We're done, my friends. All right, let's ping. Start off by pinging the box, verify connectivity. We do have connectivity. And what can we notice right away? What can we notice by swinging our objectively massive penises around? Our pen testing efficiency and necessary investigation score. We can see the time to live score, or the time to live field, is set to 61, which indicates it is very likely a Linux machine, because Linux by default sets the time to live at 64, and since the time to live is value is decremented every time the packet crosses a router, and Windows sets the default time to live at 128. You are probably looking at a Linux machine unless like 68 routers were crossed between the packet coming back to us and between the packet being released and coming back to us. So the packet hopped 3 routers. That's correct. That is correct. Okay, so let's start with an Nmap scan. We're going to start with just a regular old Nmap scan. Obviously, every hacker has their own Nmap options that they like to run. Okay, but we're gonna on Newbie Tuesday. We like to keep things simple, and we're going to we like to keep things simple. So we're going to start off with just a very basic Nmap scan. Are we doing Stream Raiders? Yes. I completely forgot about Stream Raiders for an entire hour. Please don't waste... Stream Raiders does not take any extra time as real. There's always someone in chat who's got severe FOMO. And is some paper hands beta male in chat who's always like, listen, hack something faster. Hack something faster. We're having a good time, friends. It's not, my friend, it's not just about we are sharing knowledge. Knowledge is getting shared. Knowledge is getting shared. You know what? I'll share some knowledge with you right now, okay? I'll tell you another story. My parents grew up in the Great Depression in the 1970s. And they always had the mentality of, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't drive down this street. It's a one-way street. And to be honest, you shouldn't be driving in your condition. Both of them did pass away. But it's really just because they can really only blame themselves for that. Okay? Listen, if you don't make it in the modern Sigma male meritocracy, it's really just on you. Okay? My parents are both alive. That was a joke. Okay, my parents are both alive. That did not happen. It was a joke. If you couldn't tell by 1970s Great Depression, that was a joke. Okay? Testoni with the 3-month re-indoctrination. Compress the brain wrinkling. Indeed. Now, this Nmap scan is taking absolutely a million years. And I do not know why. It looks like it's just dealing with some severe FOMO right now. Damus4202, thank you so much for the Prime indoctrination into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red team, my friend. Thanks for supporting the stream. By the way, my friends, I have uploaded a whole bunch of my old streams to YouTube. A whole bunch. So a lot of the old VODs are currently up on YouTube if you want to go through those. Nice Tmux config, and why does it say hack the box paper? It says hack the box. It says hack the box paper on my stream still. I'm like, Tmux does not say that. It does say hack the box paper because Subterminal is spreading FUD in the chat. Okay, spreading. It's not very cash money of him. What actually happened is I was going to do hack the box's paper, and I ended up not doing it because I turned out it was an active box, and that is against hack the box's terms and conditions. And that's not very Sigma Male. That's not very Sigma Male. Sigma Male GRINDSET-y. Okay. My Tmux looks like your old one. What Tmux environment is that? This is Oh My Tmux on GitHub. Oh, if you search for Oh My Tmux GitHub, you will find how to install this. All it does is make my Tmux look prettier. It also changed a bunch of my T bindings, and we're still dealing with that. Okay, so our Nmap scan did finish. Now we do see some interesting things here. Our penises are highly stimulated. We do see SSH and we see 80. Name a more iconic duo. You pretty much always see these ports open on boxes, even in the real world. But we also see these, which is very interesting because this is very likely a Linux machine. This is very likely a Linux machine, and yet we are seeing some Windows ports here. We see 139 and 445, which are traditionally Windows ports. But Angel D preempted me a little bit. He preempted me just a smidge by saying that Samba, which is a Linux implementation of the Windows SMB protocol, allowing Linux file shares to be accessed from Windows, if that makes sense, is probably in use here. Now, you might be a little confused because it says Microsoft DS when this is probably a Linux machine. But keep in mind, if you just do the basic Nmap scan, Nmap has a couple of limitations. First of all, it doesn't scan all ports. It only scans the top 1,000 ports. The most common 1,000 ports. Okay? Secondly, it doesn't actually do service detection. It just tests to see if the port is up. This service column is here because Nmap is guessing based on what service is most commonly hosted at that port. Okay? So, if we want to know what exactly is on those ports, we have to use the TAC-SV flag for enumerate versions. This will tell Nmap to do a little version enumeration. Instead of waiting for 20,000 years for it to be done again, 139 445. My goodness, Chris Nova with the raid. Welcome, Chris Nova. Welcome to all of my Sigma Male raiders. We're doing alpha GRINDSET hacks today. We are discussing the real questions, and here is the real question for you. How do you turn $100 into $1,000? That's the question, chat. Do you want to know how? I would also like to know how. If anyone does know how to do that, please contact me because I would like to know. But that is the question that we are seeking to answer on this stream. Okay? We are Sigma Male. This is a hustle culture stream. Add a 0? Did I forget a 0 somewhere? So with this command, we are scanning specifically the ports that we found in the first scan, so it won't take as long. And we're telling Nmap, hey, do some version discovery for us. Find out what software is running on those ports. And we see that they've helped us out here. We do see that this is indeed Samba. This is indeed Samba. It is, again, Samba is a Linux implementation of SMB, a Windows protocol that stands for Server Message Block. The white chocolate covered coffee beans are so good. That actually sounds legitimately Tostoni. Listen, full disclosure. Full disclosure, Tostoni, talking directly to you. You can't see through my sunglasses, but I'm looking directly into the windows of your soul. That sounds fucking disgusting. You should be absolutely ashamed at white chocolate covered coffee beans. That sounds legitimately fucking disgusting. That you know what? I go to Trader Joe's. I shop at Trader Joe's, and I can tell you they have some dumbass shit there. They have some dumbass shit, and that does sound like some of that dumbass shit they would have there. Okay? All right. Now that we've got that out of the way. FXMSG, thank you for the follow. Tommy Torty, Alte, and Ellie Anderson, thank you for the follow. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. Oh, God, don't get me started again on the coconut strips, okay? Don't get me started on the coconut strips. This hooker sends me to the store, and she's like, get me some of those coconut strips. And I have no fucking idea what she's talking about. Like, I literally don't have any idea. She just grabbed a bunch of shit the last time we were there together, and apparently some of them were these coconut strips that she really, really liked. And she's like, I think that they were... she's like, well, I think that they were in the frozen food aisle by the dried fruit. And I legitimately searched that entire fucking store looking for these goddamn coconut strips. Until I eventually asked somebody that didn't look at me blankly like I was an idiot. And was like, yeah, I think I know where those are. And they actually knew. They actually were able to show me where the fabled coconut strips were located. I did. I should have looked harder. That would have been Sigma Male. I should have tried harder. I definitely should have tried harder. That is accurate. So, we do see a bunch of ports open. One thing we can note is this version of SSH and the version of Apache. The first thing we can do is we can check Ubuntu Launchpad to see if there was a particular version of Ubuntu that shipped with both of these versions of SSH and Apache installed. SSH, or no, it's going to be SSH 7.2 P2 Ubuntu Launchpad. Looks like Ubuntu Xennial, a little bit old, but not super old. And we can also check Apache as well. And this doesn't give us a whole lot of information, but keep in mind, all of hacking is a game of information, my friends. The more information that you can draw, it's all about increasing the size of your penis. You must it's not enough to just see the output of this Nmap scan and go, oh, SSH, HTTP, and Samba are open. That's all I need to know. No, there is more information here. So many times I get this. So many times pen testers miss stuff because they see the output of their tools, but they do not observe. You must observe properly. Read the output of your tools. Okay? What are you doing? Are you tearing I just noticed, she is tearing, this cat is tearing the rope off of her scratching post. She's torn almost all the rope off the scratching post at this point. You're just out of control, aren't you? Al Hazred, were you showing us how to pwn AD using PowerShell Empire? As per my OSCP material, OffSec is pushing this super hard. They're pushing Empire in the OSCP now? I did not know that. That's how you pass the OSCP. You just need to run the tool and then ask for an adult when it doesn't work. Exactly. That you just go into the pen tester chat and ask without even reading the error. Just say, listen, I ran crackmap exec and I got an error, and with no more information. That's it. That is the Sigma male mindset. Okay? The Sigma male mindset. You crash into the work chat. You say, I tried to ran crackmap exec, but I got an error. And then you refuse to elaborate further, and then you leave. Empire is kind of shit. That's only because you're comparing it with Cobalt Strike. Empire is perfectly adequate. Could it be coded better? Sure, but keep in mind it's open source. I have done a little PowerShell Empire on stream. I've even modified Empire on stream. I've even modified one time on stream. I modified one of the modules of PowerShell Empire so that its payloads would bypass Windows Defender. I would encourage you to look into Starkiller. Starkiller is a GUI for Empire, and it's a little bit easier. A little bit easier for people to get into and learn. We do see that this version of Apache, by the way, is also associated with Ubuntu Xenial. Does that mean for sure that this is Ubuntu's Xenial release? No, it doesn't. But we have a pretty good indication, okay? We also see Samba of some version between 3 and 4. And we see an HTTP. Let's check out this HTTP server first. PowerShell Vampire isn't bad. I'm just not a fan of how it is right now. I don't like how it's reliant on PowerShell. Its reliance on PowerShell makes it useless to me because PowerShell is too consistently logged in the environments that I'm currently pen testing. If you're pen testing less robust environments, PowerShell Empire is perfectly adequate. But if you're pen testing a quite robust environment, you're not going to be able to do anything because PowerShell is far too logged and alerted on. Less robust environments is perfectly fine. So we do see also that PowerShell is getting nerfed. When did it get nerfed? How is it getting nerfed? My pet project is modifying slivers so you can make triggerable agents, also making beaconing agents taskable so you can change the beacon times. That sounds fun. That sounds like a little bit of Sigma male mindset right there. All right, so this is the, as this indicates, this is the default page when you set up an Apache server. We'll check to see if there's anything in the comments. We don't actually see anything. Now, to properly use the sizes of our penises. Oh my God, why can I not type? There we go. So we want to run GoBuster. Do I not have GoBuster? Oh, I do have GoBuster. Dir for directory brute force mode. The URL is going to be what this is over here. So if you're wondering what GoBuster does, very, very simply, GoBuster is going to check for the presence of various directories like admin. We could try for robots.txt as well. Robots.txt, login. Like, obviously this is fairly slow though. GoBuster will do it for us. There's no need for us to check by hand every time. We want to run some automated stuff in the background while we search manually. While we enumerate manually. Text. We will do, we'll do txt. Let's just do no. We'll do PHP. I'm most interested to see if there's PHP. And we'll do 50 threads. So there we go. We do have Go Buster running now. Are you Tom Cruise? No. Today we are all about hustle culture. And to tell you what I mean, one time this Saudi prince told me, would you rather have $4,200 right now or $20 every third month for a year? And I'll tell you guys, every single time, I'm taking the $20 every third month for a year because I'm smart and you're not. How was the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once? What an alpha question. I love that question, Loka. And the answer is legitimately Oscar-worthy. And I say that, again, we're taking the bit off for a second. Legitimately, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a fantastic movie. Legitimately, it is. I am not being sarcastic. I highly recommend you go see this movie. You know, we as a culture, it's become fashionable to kind of bitch about how Hollywood is just Marvel movies and sequels and reboots these days. And the reason that is because I go to a movie that's fantastic, like Everything Everywhere All at Once on opening weekend, and there are like 5 people in the theater, including myself. Like, okay, we need to go see the good movies. You gotta, like, I highly recommend, if you want a good movie to go to, I deeply recommend Everything Everywhere All at Once. That sounds awesome, no one bothering? Oh, it was great, but it bothers me that it indicates that a movie like that isn't making as much money as the 50th Doctor Strange movie, or the 45th fucking Avengers, or some kind of stupid shit. That movie it was made by A24, yeah, and A24 never misses, okay? A24 always slaps. So if you're wondering what kind of movie Everything Everywhere All at Once is, it's like it's a science fiction martial arts movie. It almost hits like The Matrix, really. It doesn't have like the deep well, it actually does, but it actually almost hits like The Matrix. It really was it's very fun. It's very well acted. It's the martial arts and combat in it is just fucking great. It's the same with The Last Duel. The Last Duel, I didn't see I messed up, okay? It was not very cash money of me. I did not see The Last Duel in theaters. I saw it when Helen of Tor kind of low-key forced me to watch it one night, and it fucking slapped. The Last Duel is fucking great. I recommend everybody see it. The Last Duel is another one of those movies that I recommend everybody see, okay? But legitimately, if you want one that's in theaters right now, okay, other than Sonic 2, I also recommend Sonic 2 for a good time. But if you want something a little bit more adult and less hammy and full of Fortnite references, I do recommend Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's just a really good movie. It's very good. You're going to have a good time at it. You'll laugh. You'll like the combat in it. One guy beats up a bunch of security guards with a fanny pack. It's not a joke. That's not a joke. That's in the movie. That's in the movie. In the movie, a guy whips his fanny pack off and beats a bunch of security guards with it like nunchucks. Not a joke. Spoiler much? It's not a spoiler to tell you the basic premise of a cool scene in the movie. I highly recommend the movie. It's very good. Yeah, a lot of you are going to watch the trailer and say you don't know what it's about. I promise you, you don't need to. It's a really good time. You'll have a good time with it.
A hunter must hunt.
All right, so we do see a WordPress and a test directory. Let's check those out. Let's check out test first. I'm most interested in test pages. You do want to... Ooh, fuck. What is happening? Okay, so this is... So if you've never seen this before, this is kind of how those scammers get you, right? You're browsing some completely legitimate website on the internet, and you get these ads that say Windows Defender security warning, and Microsoft and Windows firewall protection, error code, and a bunch of garbage, and financetrack1.exe, go back safety. I'm absolutely convinced. Contact Windows support at 1, and they give you a number to call, and the idea is that all the boomers see this, they freak out, and then they call this number, and then they get scammed for a lot of money because they'll give Rajiv from Microsoft Tech Support access to their computer through like AnyDesk or TeamViewer. And then that person will proceed to run CC Cleaner and claim that they cleaned all of the infections off their machine, and now the boomer owes them $600 or something like that. Okay? That's basically how the scam goes. This is kind of a simulation of that scam. We're breaking into that. We're breaking into one of those scam call centers. Cowboy Peabot, thanks for the 3 Tiggle biddies. Peakpock, thank you so much for the first time indoctrination into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red team. Thanks for supporting the stream. Jamie, thank you for the follow. Cthulhu Fountain, to you, my friend. And we also see a WordPress blog. Let's give that a good shakedown as well. Now, this is all about having a large penis. A large pen testing efficiency and necessary investigation score. Okay? A large penis. You want to make sure that you are enumerating everything. If you see pages in GoBuster, look at them. Lay your eyes on them. If a port is open, if a port... I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to my new key bindings. I need to enable click. That's another thing I can do tonight. I can enable click. I know there's a way to make it so that if you click on these, it will... you can browse, you can move to that pane. That's what I really need to do. I'll do that tonight. If a port is open, you should look at the port. Make sure you run an Nmap scan against all ports. Because remember... This basic Nmap scan will only test the most common 1,000 ports. There are 65,535 TCP ports, my friends. So make sure you're running that TAC-P-TAC to get all ports. And run it with the verbose flag. So because the all port scan will take a while. There you go. So we do see that WordPress blog. Let's check that out next.
At Al4ZR3D you have to enable mouse mode for that in your TMUX, Mr. Streamer.
Oh,
And
thank you.
also,
I know.
hey,
I know
listen.
there's a way, Oreo Bite. I'm not gonna do it right now on stream. I'll figure it out later. That's just this is my first time dabbling in Oh My TMUX, so I still have some things I'm probably gonna tweak it with. It looks like you are trying to access a page that has been deleted or never existed. Powered by WordPress. Best tech support. Yes. Rajiv from Microsoft Tech Support. So this is what these scam call centers do, by the way. If you've ever seen Jim Browning's YouTube videos, Jim Browning is another one, is a YouTuber, a very popular YouTuber who he also, like Kitboga, fucks with these scammers, but he seems to have some kind of a network security. He seems to have a cybersecurity background. With a capability of actually breaking into their systems. So he's known on YouTube for actually hacking into these, to the systems of these scammers, getting into their webcams. One time he changed their, they have like, when people call these numbers, they'll hear like a recording, like, thank you for calling Microsoft Tech Support. We'll be with you shortly. Just hit 1 to speak to a representative now, or something like that. Or they'll have they'll have an auto dialer just making calls all the time. And the auto dialer would say something like, a virus has been discovered on your computer. Please call us back at this number, or whatever. One time he broke into the scammers' auto dialer and changed the recording to say, this is a scam. You should never call the numbers that the numbers in these calls. Do not call this number. Blah blah. Do not call this number back. And the scammers didn't notice for like 2 weeks, even after they got like basically no calls for 2 weeks. So that was very funny. We are white hats. That's illegal, no matter who it is. It is illegal, depending on the country you're in. It is illegal. Yes. I'm not saying that I condone it. I'm saying that Jim Browning is doing it. And we're not talking about if it's legal or not. I would argue that it is ethical. That Jim Browning is what he's doing is ethical, not necessarily legal. Okay? That's my personal opinion. I do not advocate that anybody do this. I do not advocate that anybody try to take on these scammers yourself. Okay? This is dangerous stuff. You don't want to get caught up with these people, okay? People like Kit Boga. Kit Boga's made a living doing this for many years. He knows how to protect himself. And so does Jim Browning. They know how to protect themselves. Please, I do not advocate for anybody taking on these streamers. No matter how Sigma male you are, okay? I do not advocate for that, okay? Listen, you don't have to be Jim Browning. I'll tell you about another one of my students, Chancelin, okay? She asked me one day, how can I become a social media influencer like Jim Browning? I only have 50 followers. And I said to her, you just need to make different content. And obviously she said, really? That's it? That's the only advice you have? I paid good money for this. And I said, look, you already paid. There's no refunds. I already spent the money on another Uncrustable. Okay? So, like, that's a little story for you right there about trying to be a social media influencer. So those of you who were correct, those of you who mentioned WP scan are correct. So we're going to start running by running WP scan. Do we have WP scan installed? We do. So WP scan stands for WordPress scan. We are this is a web-based scanner specifically for WordPress. Okay, specifically for WordPress. We will do Stream Raiders here in just a second, but let's start WP scan first because it probably will take a minute to run. And I think we want to do vulnerable plugins. We probably want to do vulnerable plugins at least. So WP scan will supply the URL.
Thanks for pennies increase.
Oh, by all, I absolutely am happy to increase the size of your pennies, Azriel. Thank you so much for your 100 Tiggle bitties. Okay, we'll link it to we'll point it at the WordPress blog, and we will say TAC E for enumerate, VP vulnerable plugins. And while that's going, we will do Stream Raiders. Alrighty, I'm going to get water really quick. I download Linux and connect it to my corporate network and practice what you teach. I would not do it on your corporate network. I would not do that. Azriel, have a good night. The VOD will be up. Don't worry. You won't miss anything. You just won't see it live. That's okay. That is okay. I forgive you. Remember, Sigma Male GRINDSET Azriel. Good night. Okay? Good night, and then rise and grind. I miss interacting with you, Mr. Streamer. Well, you can interact with me plenty on Discord. All you'd like. Good night's sleep and rise and grind, my friend. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get water. I gotta take a picture of this. Hang on, I'll post it in the Discord for anyone who's curious, but I'll send it to Helen of Tor, and she'll post it. Is Star being a bad cat? No, I walk in the kitchen, and she's just up on the top of the cabinets for no reason. Like, I have no idea why. She almost never goes up there. She goes up there when I vacuum, that's it. But right now, she's up there on the fucking cabinets. These are my Sigma Male pants. My Pistola, thank you for the follow. Oreo Bite, thank you for the 100 Tiggle biddies. And thank you, I will enable mouse mode after the stream. Alrighty, here we are. So what did we find? Okay. Upload directory has directory listing enabled. So we can actually see what's in the uploads directory. Let's take a look-see. Okay, so we have Indian tech support blank template.png. Does anything stick out here? Nothing here sticks out to me on either size or name. There's no text files. It seems to be all JPEGs. So that doesn't seem terribly interesting to us. Seems like just a minor misconfiguration. WordPress README. WP cron seems to be enabled. WordPress version 5.7.2 identified. So this is version 5.7.2. It says it's insecure. Let's do search exploit to see if we see anything. Just WordPress plugins, it appears. Okay.
Hey, listen.
Techzilla. Oreo Bite with the 100 Tiggle biddies. Welcome. Thank you so much. Why am I listening? What am I listening? Oh, fit deck. Christy wants a fit deck. Oh, God. It's okay. We are Sigma males. We're going to do jumping jacks. 50 jumping jacks. Sigma male grind set. Watch out, honey. Star is now running around in here. Okay, I can't do it with this on. Sigma male but no pull-up bar? I do have a pull-up bar. It's right over there. You just can't see it. Sigma Veil pants. These are my work pants. These are my rise and grind pants. All right. We're back to it. We're back to it. We're hodling. We are diamond hands today, friends. So it looks like we didn't find... Let's do tack EU to enumerate users. Where's the star pick? I can't post it right now. We do see a support user. So let's try and brute force that user. I can't remember the exact. I think it's just tack U. List of usernames. So it's tack capital U and tack capital P. So tack capital U to brute force the support user, and tack capital P. Share word lists. Oh, I have to extract rock U. Gun zip. Tack D. Tack K, rock. Word lists, rock U. Let's change into the directory first. Gun zip. Tack D, tack K for keep. Sudo bang bang to repeat the last command, but with sudo permissions. Okay, you can tell it's a new Kali because I have not even extracted rocku.txt. Is there a threads option? Can I tell it how many tack T? Tack T will do 50. Let's verify that GoBuster's not still going. I don't think we need that anymore. Okay, so WP scan is going to brute force the support user. We just want that going in the background while we do some other stuff. Let me make sure it gets started before we continue on with something else. Yeah, it's doing it right now. Okay, so we'll see if that breaks. Meanwhile, remember, we want to focus on the size of our penis. The pen testing efficiency and necessary investigation score, my friends. Is there anything that we have not investigated that we still need to investigate? What have we not, what so far could we investigate that we have not investigated yet? SMB. Recall that FSMB was open, my friends. Port 445. We haven't even looked at it yet. Let's make sure that we do that. We can do that with SMB map. What is the IP address again? 10.10.1.199. Let's see what we can get here. What theme or script are you running for the Tmux theme? This is Oh My Tmux. If you just search for Oh My Tmux on GitHub, you will find what I used to make this look nice. I don't necessarily like these colors as much. I'm probably gonna tweak these. These are a little bright for me. I don't really like the hot pink and the yellow. But this is just a default installation. I haven't changed it very much, other than a few of my key bindings. We do see that we have read access to this web SVR. So let's take a look at that with SMB client. Okay, dir. And we do see an enter.txt. It says error opening local file enter.txt. Am I doing... What am I forgetting? Get. Is it just get star? Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm in the wrong... Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I make that mistake all the fucking time. Tech support. Get enter.txt. So we received that. Star. Oh, hey, honey. Come here. Where are you going? Why are you being a little scamp? She keeps rubbing against my legs, and then when I reach down to pet her, she runs away. I don't know what her deal is. Let's see what's in enter.txt. Goals. Make a fake pop-up and host it online on DigitalOcean server. Fix Subrion site / Subrion doesn't work. Edit from panel. Let us see if that is an endpoint. I don't know what Subrion is. We're still waiting. Let me increase the box time just to make sure. Potato Net Z, Mnemonic, Want Z, and Zero Guy Zero. Thank you for the follows. Cthulhu foughten to you, my friend. Oreo Bite, thanks again for the 100 Tiggle Bitties. You got some credentials, did it say? We did get some credentials. That does look. Those certainly do look like...
A fine addition to my collection.
Those do look like fine additions to our collection, don't they, folks? Folks, we love credentials hosted on read-only public file servers, file shares. We love that shit. Subrion creds. So it looks like the WordPress creds are missing. This appears to be a hash of some kind. It says cooked with magical formula. It's probably just base 64. If it's not a hash of some kind, it looks like it may be base 64. It is not base 64. Let's see if this is a hash of some kind. We can check that online. It looks like we cannot... It did redirect us, it looks like, to... an endpoint Subrion. That's very odd. It looks like something is going on with that endpoint. Let's see if this is a hash of some kind. It could just be the password. It says character length 33. And I don't know of any hashes that are 33 characters long. So it may just... It did say cooked with a magical formula. It's gotta be changed, manipulated in some way. I can't imagine that this is the actual password. Chef, Cyber Chef. Cyber Chef is a great tool for manipulating stuff. Let's see if we can figure out what this is in Cyber Chef. We can try base 32. We can try base 45. Base 58. Oh. Now that looks like something. And that looks like base 32 right there. And that looks like base 64. Oh my god. Al. They ask me, Al, how are you this gigantic fucking, like, literally, actually the Wojak meme? Actually the Wojak meme of the guy sitting in a chair of his own brain. Okay? That's what you're seeing here. Legitimately, this is... Here we go. This is even better. This is what you're seeing right now on this stream. Okay? That's what you're seeing. I'm playing chess with myself for some reason. Jiffaram. With the Netflix, bringing Netflix D, Christy, Coding Garden, Ben Halverson, and ZM00 into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red team, my friends. Thank you so much, Jiffaram, for your continued and concerted support of the stream. Imagine not using the magic recipe in Cyber Chef. I find that the magic recipe doesn't always work so well for me. I find that it's not as effective, especially when you are talking about something that's been manipulated multiple times. Try it now, then? Okay, we'll try it. Let's give it a shot.
A hunter must hunt.
Let no stone go unturned. We can check the magic. Okay, so here we see that I didn't need to be so giga-brained because the magic did it immediately. So this is very Sigma male of... Fine, chat. This one time, and at no other time, was chat correct. The first time in the history of the stream that chat was correct.
What are you doing, Step?
Elia Banny, we still got there. And I did it manually because I'm just too giga-brained. I'm just too far beyond you guys. I'm a Diamond Hands hodler. Okay? Diamond Hands hodler. You guys are not even Sigma Tau Epsilon males yet. I am a Gamma Lambda Omicron Phi male. Okay? Listen, get on my level. Get on my level or HFSP. Okay? Get on my level or HFSP. Have fun staying poor. Okay? Fucking chat. Talking down to me. It's time to stop with the 6 months of Prime. Welcome to the Al Has Red team, my friend. Welcome back, I should say. Thank you so much for being here. Gamer NXC, thank you for the follow. All right, so we do have Scam 2021, and it says these are the credentials for Subrion. So that's probably what we should look for next, whatever Subrion is. Let's open up our notes. We are excellent Sigma male hustle hackers. We always take good and comprehensive notes, and we never don't forget to open our notes for over half the stream, like Al has today.
Listen.
What? I owe him a mold? What? What the fuck now? It's time to stop. I owe you no— First of all, it's time to stop. I owe you literally nothing. The idea that you can come in here with your paper hands entitlement, and claim that I owe you a mold. No. Get it yourself. Personal responsibility. And you know what? If you can't get it yourself, next time be born rich, idiot. Be born a good hacker next time. Alright, close my Necronomicon. Where's TryHackMe? Tech support. The creds were admin. And Scam 2021. Alright, so now we have to figure out that whole Subrion thing.
Nice.
We get... The connection is timed out, but last time it tried to go to Subrion like this. Why is 10.0.2.15? Why is it going to some... It's going to some internal IP address. Something weird is happening here. Let's open up Burp.
Hey, listen.
What the fuck now? We're opening up Burp. Harry Potter onesie could be next. I lost the cloak. It's not as good now. The cloak was a casualty of the North Carolina ski trip. How'd you lose the cloak? I don't know, Helen! That's why I asked you if you had it.
Hey, listen.
And all of chat is now, hey, listening, and what are you doing step-broing me? Listen, I don't know what happened to it.
Doing step, bro.
I spent literally like 2 hours looking for it before Lake Tahoe. I have no idea where it went or how it could have gotten lost. You went skiing dresses? No, I did not ski. We just drank, and drinking is best in a onesie. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Oh my god, it's light mode. What did you lose in Lake Tahoe? I don't think I lost anything in Lake Tahoe, or at least I haven't noticed it yet. If I did lose something, I haven't noticed it yet. Alright, we gotta get rid of this fucking light mode. Get the fucking shit out of here. There we go. We'll make the font a little bit bigger. There we go, so you guys can see it. Alrighty. Oh my god, they've changed this layout again. Or maybe they didn't, and it's just... Oh, I don't have Foxy Proxy installed, so I'll have to just do the base Firefox. So we're going to send all of our web requests.
Mr. Streamer, I am really enjoying the show, but may you hey listen you Mr. Mold somewhere along the hacker
Oh my
way
god,
at
so many of you
L4ZR3.
people feel entitled to molds. Hex Digest! Hex you, and who was the last one? Who was the last one? Don't hide from me. And it's time to stop. Both feel entitled to my molding. I will yell at you when I find it is good and appropriate. Have some personal responsibility. Ghostwire. Ghostwire, it's your own personal responsibility to stop your mom from sleeping with me. Hex Digest as well. I have all of your mothers over here right now waiting for me. It's your responsibility to prevent that from happening next time. This is really your failing. Okay, so we are going to redirect all of our web requests through the web proxy here. And I'm noticing right off the bat that this seems to be redirecting us to a URL that we cannot access. Okay. So let's set our target as our scope. The use of this is that it won't send like our Google searches to burp. It won't pollute our history. Okay, Subrion. And let's see what this request looks like. So we are getting a 302 redirect. We're getting a really weird cookie. That is a weird fucking cookie. Set cookie intelli whatever this is. And it's redirecting us to this. 10.0.2.15. In his work meeting tomorrow, co-worker asks why he's hoarse. And his response will be, I have a bunch of degenerates who tune into my stream and like to troll me. I mean, yes. Yes. So it's the Chad meme, the Chad beard meme. Yes. Unironically, yes. My God. The StarCraft soundtrack always comes in so hot. And I need it to not come in so hot. I have too many. Alright, let's do Metroid Prime. There we go. Let's see. Well, we could try intercepting this and trying to play with the target. Let's go to proxy, intercept on. How do we turn on? There's a way to turn on intercept responses. Do intercept response to this request, okay? So we get the 302 found, and we're going to change the location to the IP address of the box and see if that works. And this time, it redirects us again to Subrion. That did not work like I'd hoped. Soundtrack always just in time. Yeah, we're doing our best with it. Why is this? This is hanging forever because it can't access the thing. So let's just kill it. Subrion. This is very odd behavior. I feel like, I mean, the URL is invalid. I mean, I can see very clearly. I can see very clearly that the 302 found we're getting. Let's make this bigger again. Make it like 20. We'll make it 24, actually. Make sure you guys can see it. And yet this is no bigger. Thank you, Burp. This is no bigger. I don't know why this is not getting any bigger. I guess I have to do it here. Let's make it like 24 point. Go back to proxy. Right there. That's what it is. That's what it is. Did you try the creds? I have nowhere to try them yet. I guess I could try them in basic HTTP authentication, but I don't see why that would. 10.10.1 199. I don't know what Subrion is. Is this like a known CMS? What is this? Subrion. Subrion CMS. Oh, there's a GitHub page. That's even better. GitHub page. What am I looking at? It's a CMS, content management system. Robots.txt. Robots.txt, perhaps? Maybe if I redirect to a page that exists. Now we get a post request. Oh, that's to Google. Did that work? I don't think it worked. We get a 302 found again. So that's still not working. Let's try, instead of 2 directories like this, let's try... This is kind of odd behavior, and so I feel like, and since we have credentials, I feel like we have to keep trying until we get something to shake loose here. Do intercept response to this request, forward. The only IP address we have is this one, so it has to be 1.199. Let's try /Subrion robots.txt. Let's intercept response. Ah ha ha! Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho! Sigma male. Easy chat. Okay, where do I log in to Subrion? Is it Subrion login? God damn it, it's still redirecting me. Calm it down? We will not calm down. I will not be restrained. I will not be restrained. So which one of these is most likely to be something interesting? Backup is obviously interesting. Let's look at backup first. It looks like it's going to redirect us every time, unfortunately. Subrion panel? Or no, not panel. Backup. We wanted to look at backup. Backup. It's redirecting us again. Let's go to Subrion. Let's intercept requests. Let's do Subrion backup. Forward. Oh, I forgot. God damn it. Why are these scammers? Listen, this is Microsoft tech support. I expect them to be more skilled. This is not very hustle, grind, Sigma male grind set of them. I expect better from Microsoft tech support. Backup. Or no, it's Subrion. Backup. Subrion backup. So Subrion robots.txt. Can I just access? Okay, I can access robots.txt legitimately. What about panel? Can I access that? Or are you going to redirect me again? It does not redirect me. It sends me to what appears to be a login. Excellent! Excellent! Finally, we can use these fine additions to our collection.
Nice.
Admin. And what is the password? Scam 2021. Log in. And we do have a version 4.2.1. Thank you. I missed that. I actually didn't even see that. Search exploit Subrion 4.2.1. Always want to do this. Whenever you see, whenever at any point you see software version information, you always want to give that a look. You can turn off intercept. You always want to just throw that into search exploit to see if there's anything. Or as they say in the industry, Jonathan Data 01 crypto coin to the moon. Absolutely, my friend. We are safe mooning all the way. We are hodling. I'm hodling this one, guys. Okay? Like this coin, like these kind of wrinkly brain hacks really want to they just really make me want to grab this page, wrap it up in a really tight little tube, stick my cock in it and go, hodl me, daddy, hodl me. And yes, this is very, very slow. But we do see, we do get in. What? I don't know. That one kind of got away from me. That one got away from me, Ghostwire. Just forget I said that, okay? Don't clip it. I forbid you from clipping it. That one got away from me a little bit. Okay, so, can we, like... So, the first thing, whenever you... So, one thing to note is that when you get access to the administrative portal on a web page, you can almost always get code execution somehow. Okay? Gotta go. It's 2 a.m. here. Have a good night, Just a Guy. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You can almost always get code execution somehow. Templates? Oh my god, this is the slowest web page of all time. How is it so slow? It might be this, actually. Let's kill WP Scan. We'll kill WP Scan. Maybe that's what's making it go so damn slow. Plugins. So we have some plugins installed here. Can I modify? Manage? Doesn't seem to be anything I can do here. Search. I want to add PHP to one of these pages if I can. If I can modify, like, maybe one of the templates. upload a malicious plugin or something. Uploads. Drop to add items. Can I upload a PHP? Can I upload a PHP? Upload files? Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Vim Cthulhu.php. So we're going to add a simple PHP web shell here. First, we're just going to print out Cthulhu fhtagn to the screen. And then system. I've done this like a million times, and for some reason, I'm second-guessing myself on all this syntax. So, very simple PHP web shell. Just to explain what this does, this first line, all it does is tell the parser this is PHP. The second line prints Cthulhu fhtagn to the screen. That helps me with debugging, so I can see my file exists, but maybe if my command isn't executing, I'll know. And the second line here, the third line here, all this does is it accepts a CMD parameter and in the request, and it will just put that into the system method, which basically executes an operating system level command. So this is a very, very simple web shell. Lets us execute commands if it will actually go up on the machine. Select files, TryHackMe, tech support, Cthulhu.php. It does look like this made it up on the server. But it does not look like it is being parsed as PHP. How do I browse to this? Can we see the location of it? Preview? No, it's being parsed as text, not as PHP. In the robots.txt, there was an upload folder. Was there? I will double check. If there is, I have forgotten. Updates. Close. Jiffaram with the 100 Tiggle biddies. The Lord Hodler of all the Hodlers of Majestic Hodel Land.
The Lord Hodler of all
Exactly.
the Hodlers of the Majestic Hodel Land.
My man, I am hodling this fucking 100... I am hodling these 100 Tiggle biddies, okay? I'm hodling them. I'm hodling them close to my bosom. Alright? Close to the bosom. It could be in WordPress uploads. That is accurate. I somehow doubt it. Because these seem to be two separate CMSs. Oh my god, I'm still getting used to these key bindings. Okay. It said WP content uploads. We can give this a shot, but I doubt it's going to be putting files there because these are two separate CMSs. It'd be a very strange configuration to have that happen. Yeah, it doesn't look like... It does not appear that our file made it up there. Now, I do recall that on SearchSploit, we did see something of interest. Oh my god, these key bindings. We do see this arbitrary file upload right here. Let's take a look at this. Attack X for examine. version 4.2.1, which appears to be an exact file upload bypass to RCE unauthenticated. Well, doesn't that just give you a WAGMI, a good old WAGMI? Who is WAGMI-ing right now? Okay? Because I think, literally, Chad, I think we're all going to make it today. I think we're all going to make it. Nerdall, thank you for the follow, by the way. Okay, so it looks like... it's going to log in. That's all it's doing here. It's randomizing a shell name, and here's the shell upload. We're going to URL underscore upload, which is where? Uploads.read.json. So it looks like, to explain, it looks like if you upload a file, like in the normal upload interface, the file gets saved as a text file and doesn't get interpreted as PHP. That's what it appears to be. Let's take a look at the, here's the uploads. We're submitting a post request to the same endpoint, I notice. It's probably this post request. Yeah, right here. So here's our file upload. This is where we uploaded the file. Can I just see... so what's the actual exploit part of this exploit? I am looking. Is there like a path traversal or something where we're putting it in a different directory? I wonder. File name equals .phar. Ah. I see. I see the rub, chat. I see the rub. I think I understand. And I will explain here in just a second if I can get it to function. So let's move Cthulhu.php, Cthulhu.phar. Now let's try and upload it that way. It still is not interpreting it. Now, we've uploaded as Cthulhu.phar. Now, my question is... URL clean plus shellname.phar. So what's URL clean? URL shell.replace. It's just going to remove ./panel. Subrion /Cthulhu.phar. And I put a semicolon in there because I cannot type. I'm just trying to reverse engineer this exploit here. The exploit modified the content type. Did it? We do see application octet stream. Where was that post request? Yeah, this one says multi-part form data. So that must be the part of the part of it here. Tell you what, let's just can we do this with a proxy perhaps? I would love to see this request. It looks like it is changing. Multi-part form data. And then the upload data is... Oh! There's two separate requests here. Send to repeater. Application PHP. And what is the content type of this? Application octet stream. Good catch. So instead, we will... Let's go to proxy. We could obviously just run this script and get it to work, but I'm more interested, and you should be more interested, in that Sigma male grind set of knowing how your exploits work. Don't be one of these beta male cucks who just runs exploits without understanding them. Unless you're on the OSCP exam, then fire away. Panel? Did you get Oh My ZSH for Tmux? I got Oh My Tmux. Was there a fit deck? First time I ran Bloodhound on my first internal? Oh god, yeah, that's there's like Bloodhound always has a ton of data for real networks. There's always going to be a ton of shit. And if you're wondering how you most accurately parse it all, the answer is you just need experience. You just need to get used to it. I encourage you to look up cipher queries and try and experiment with custom cipher queries. Let's go back. Let's go back to uploads. And this time we will delete. And let's try and upload this again. But this time we will... I saw that we have a fit deck. We'll do that here in just a second. Upload files. Okay, so we've captured the request here. Here's the request right here. Oh, it didn't change the content type. It's application octet stream. Yeah, it gets uploaded. I think that this looks at first glance like the same. They could have changed some other stuff here that I didn't see, but let's turn intercept off. Let's look back at that again. Send to repeater. Form data name equals mtime. Content type of PHP was application octet stream. Now, I did notice when we used the PHAR file that this content type did change. The content type was application PHP before. Now it's application octet stream. That is notable. The question is, where is it being stored? URL underscore shell. Options.url plus uploads. Let's go over here with it. And I think it's removing panel. Uploads. And then it's Cthulhu.phar. And my goodness. We see our Cthulhu fhtagn here. And which is weird because what we uploaded was this. We uploaded this. Why aren't we seeing all of the rest of this, chat? It's a rhetorical question, but since this is Newbie Tuesday, why are we not seeing all of this text? Why do we only see Cthulhu fhtagn? Why in the name of the old ones? Because it's being interpreted as code. It's being executed. It's being parsed as PHP code, which means if we add a CMD parameter at the end, we have remote code execution. So, you might be wondering, the Sigma males, the Giga brains in chat, might be wondering what eldritch magics just occurred that allow us to browse to this file. Why was the content type different for this file? Why does this say application octet stream? But if we look back at the first file we uploaded, this is the same thing. That was not the first file we uploaded. 1 second. This one, I believe, probably was. Yes. Let us move this to repeater so you can see it properly. If we scroll down to where the actual file is, this one says content type application PHP. What is happening? What eldritch lunacy has taken command of us? What madness has happened? Well, what's happened here is that the Subrion developers thought that there might be a problem with people uploading PHP files. They thought of this. Okay, they were like, well, what if someone compromises the application interface and uploads a PHP file? Well, they said, tapping their head, we'll just have it interpreted as text. So if the content type comes in as if it's a .php file, we're going to label it as a PHP file. And yeah, we'll let them upload it, but it's just going to upload as text. It's not going to execute. It's not going to be it's not going to execute as PHP code. It'll just be saved as text. Does that make sense? That's half of the explanation. But over here, this content type says application octet stream. Why? Because the developers didn't realize that there are other file extensions other than .php that can be used to execute PHP code. PHP code can come in a wide variety of file names. Does that make sense? Could PHP-TML also work for that? Yes! And there are many file extensions that PHP code will execute in. So they did not account for all of them. Could you not just send a PHP and change the content type manually? Probably not. I think it's detecting that it's a PHP otherwise. We can try that, certainly. We could certainly attempt that. Just for science. Okay. Let's do this again. Let's go ahead and intercept. Let's go back. We're doing this just for science. We do have our code execution already. But we are curious. Let's go ahead and upload files. Cthulhu.php. So we intercept, and here's the actual file upload. And we come down here and we put octet stream, not strem. Let me just copy and paste this so I make sure I don't spell anything wrong. Just out of an abundance of caution. We forward. So Cthulhu.php was uploaded. Now let's try and access Cthulhu.php. And it does seem to not work. It looks like it puts PHP code in a different directory because it looks like it's not loading this it looks like it's not able to find this. It is finding the .phar file. Oh, we're intercepting. I'm an idiot. I forgot we are intercepting. Let's go Cthulhu.php. Forbidden. Okay, so if it's PHP, it looks like it's set to 403 forbidden. So if it detects that you've uploaded PHP code, nice to see someone teaching up-and-comer cyber folks. Absolutely, this is Newbie Tuesday, my friend. This is Newbie Tuesday. We are all about that Sigma male GRINDSET. And by the way, this is all tongue-in-cheek. Everything is tongue-in-cheek this stream. Another tank does this. Hodl me, daddy. Listen, no. First of all, no. Okay? Just no. We could try also PHTML. Why don't we try that?
A hunter must hunt.
Upload files. Okay, so we've uploaded. Let's look at to see what it detect. Did it detect did it do application octet stream on us there? It did. Application octet stream. Oh, but that one also gets blacklisted. That one also gets blacklisted. Other ones would be like PHP 7, like a .php 7, or a .php 5. Could try that, and then we'll just move on. I think you get the point. Okay, so it is. So it's black. What it's doing is when you upload a file of one of these blacklisted file extensions, it sets it to not allow you to access it. Any file extension that starts with PHP is going to get blacklisted. Yeah, probably. I don't know what the source code is. We could actually check the source code in Git for 4.2.1 release. But my point is, we already have PHAR. We've already got this executing. So let's just do a fit deck and then we'll go. Let me get code. Let me get a reverse shell first. So one of the reasons that I do this $_request is so that it'll accept that it'll accept this CMD parameter as either a get or a post parameter, which allows me to use a post request to access this, which is a little bit more user friendly. Send to repeater. So we can right click and we can go change request method. And we see that in the response, we do get our command output. So if config ton 0 10.2.54.81 is our IP address. I have not installed my reverse shell cheat sheet thing. Payloads, all the things, reverse shell. Let's just get a reverse shell one-liner here. This will work. let's do this. No. Let's just do this. This one I'm confident works. So we paste in this reverse shell in here. Oh, I copied by accident. Damn it. Okay. 10.2.54.81 is our IP address. We're going to have the box... We're going to execute a little snippet of code that's going to have the box connect back to us and open a command shell, so we're able to execute commands directly. We'll make the port 8443. Let's make this /bin/bash, just in case bin bash is not in our path. And we do need to URL encode this, because it says application, the content type is www form URL encoded. So we need to control U this and make sure that the appropriate characters are URL encoded. Now we set up a netcat listener. I don't want that. I want ncat installed instead, which is like a better version of netcat. It's a little bit more reliable in my experience. And it also can do encrypted sessions, which I never use on stream, but are still there. I use them for work. There you go. So we send. And we do not get a callback. There could be any number of reasons why that's happening. Let's try which netcat. Let's see if there's netcat on the server. Bin netcat. So we can try a netcat-based reverse shell. Let's do the OpenBSD version. This isn't OpenBSD, but it's more and more common for netcat not to have that TAC-E option. 54.81. Control U. Send. And there we go. And we are dub data.
Hackerman.
I'm in. Sigma males rejoice. Orbital Gun bringing Chrono Hunter into the cult. Welcome, Chrono Hunter. Welcome to the All Has Red team. Let's do a quick fit deck. Push-ups. We'll do 40 push-ups real quick. I can't do it with the jacket on.
What are you doing, step bro?
Fucking chat, I'm doing push-ups for you! What do you mean, what are you doing, step bro? What do you mean? I'm doing your push-ups! Fucking degenerates. What are you doing step broing me? How many push-ups? 0? Oh my god. Oh my god. We have another Cheeto dust coughing 300-pound chat member who thinks that my push-ups were not up to his lofty standards. He thought about being a Marine when he was 17. Okay? He knows how to do a push-up. He even went and talked to a Marine recruiter once. Alrighty. Aston, thank you for the follow. Let's do Stream Raiders. But then he ate too many crayons. He never even got that far. Did you go all the way down and up? It didn't look like it. Everyone's always a critic of my form on my exercises. Alrighty. What is happening? Oh my god, we have like this Joker up here. Cyberdoll Sniper. Why are we all standing here and letting Cyberdoll Sniper cuck us? Get him! Yeah, get him. Sorovian Sneaky Petrov with the most kills and most assists. Yeah, that was a little bit buggy, I think. All right. Alrighty. Hustlers. Hodlers. Let's do it. We have code execution. The first thing we're going to do. We're in kind of a shitty shell here. We want to upgrade our shell. We want to upgrade our shell by spawning a pseudo terminal. Oh my god, Windows Defender, fuck off. Windows Defender. I am this close to disabling Windows Defender permanently on my host. Absolutely this close. I am telling you, it's been driving me fucking nuts today. Hang on a second. I was running a backup today, and the problem is that a lot of the files that I have to backup aren't what Windows Defender considers nice files.
Python 3 or Python 2 is not installed.
Windows Defender hates my fucking backups. For obvious reasons. And I've disabled it. And the problem is that you can't just turn off Windows Defender. I turn it off, and then it'll just arbitrarily come back on at some random point in the future. At some random point, it could be 1 hour, it could be 5 hours. But eventually, Windows Defender is just going to turn itself back fucking on and stop my backup again. Give me a second. Let me make sure that backup is happening. I understand that I can kill Defender permanently with group policy. I'm not yet... I've done that on my work laptop. My work laptop has it runs on Windows 10 Commando. And has Windows Defender permanently disabled. But this is my daily driver. This is my daily driver machine. And I don't feel comfortable completely disabling antivirus on my daily driver. Hex Digest, haven't I already mauled it at you today? Why do you want to be yelled at too much? Is this daddy issues? What is this? Go get... Your own dad yells at you plenty, I'm sure. If he hasn't, that's just because you've disappointed him so much that he has no reason, that he doesn't even try anymore. Come up with new reasons to get him to yell at you. How do I shell upgrade when Python 3 or Python 2 is not installed? In that case, you can't get a proper pseudo terminal. So instead, use rlwrap. Use rlwrap with your netcat listener, and it'll at least do half of the job for you. You'll still have like tab autocomplete and stuff at least. Okay. So we executed a little bit of Python code here. We imported the sudo terminal or pty library. Then we spawned a new bash pty. And you see that we have a different prompt now because we're inside of Python's pty. So we can background that and go stty raw minus echo. And then foreground. Okay, so what this has done is we return to our Kali prompt briefly. We just put the shell in the background. And we executed stty, as in we're going to modify the settings of our terminal, our Kali terminal right now. And first of all, we're disabling terminal echo. Otherwise, in this reverse shell, a lot of times you'll get it. It's not doing it here because it's only been sh. But a lot of times you'll get what's called terminal echo, where it'll repeat the command back to you. You don't want that. So we're just turning that off. And then, or that's the minus echo, excuse me. The raw is basically telling our terminal not to interpret the characters we press at all. Like Control-C, for instance. And just to send them straight through the reverse shell, unmodified and uninterpreted. And the FG just foregrounds the shell again. The semicolon FG just foregrounds the shell again. Export. Term equals X term. Okay. And we can do one more thing. stty-a. Rows 34 calls 109. So we've set our terminal to be the proper size so we can use Vim and stuff. All right. So we now have a pretty good terminal here. It's still not as good as like SSH or something, but this will work for our purposes. We see a .quarantine directory. Quite interesting. What's in here? Nothing. Let's see what's in the Subreon directory here. Now, what am I looking for in particular, chat? What do you guys think I'm looking for? It's probably going to be in includes. Yeah, creds. We're looking for credentials for fine additions to our collection. We are...
A fine addition to my collection.
The first thing you should be concerned about upon getting a low privilege user remote code execution is finding credentials. Okay? Think about what your user would have access to and go look in those areas. In our case, we're running as www data, so this user has access to the web server. So we're going to go looking. We're going to go looking for credentials inside of web directories, like this config file. This looks good. Boy, that sure looks like credentials to me, doesn't it?
A fine addition to my collection.
Credentials. Web servers very commonly will have credentials, especially for databases in clear text. Very common. We should also look for the WordPress. Remember, there was a WordPress directory. wp-config has the credentials in WordPress. My goodness.
A fine addition to my collection.
Okay, I played the wrong one. Ignore that. We can also check sudo tackl. Now, this is going to tell us if we have any sudo permissions. I don't usually expect www data to have them. Cat etsy passwd grep sh. Let's see what users have a valid shell. We see that scam site has a valid shell. Scam site is a user on this box. And we see that scam site has sudo as admin successful. Interestingly, there is also a web SVR directory here. This looks like what we saw on the Samba server. That is what we saw on the Samba server. Sudo as admin successful means that scam site has permissions, or has sudo permissions. So we can sue scam site, and let's try these credentials against that. Oh my god, chat. This is why you're here, for these absolute wrinkly brain hacks. Okay? We see that the scam site user has reused their password between the database and their account on this Linux server. So we are now running a scam site. This is what you want to do. You want to find credentials, and you want to use those credentials literally everywhere. If this password hadn't worked, I would have... I think the box, for no apparent reason...
What are you doing, step bro?
The box, for no fault of my own, has terminated on us. And by no fault of my own, I mean I forgot to... It's not someone else on the box. I forgot to renew the box. We ran out of time. So we'll just wait for it to... It's okay. It's okay. We don't have to do all that again. We have scam site's password, so we'll just SSH in. Okay? SSH was open. We're just going to SSH in. So, while the box is spinning up, if this password had not worked, I would have tried this one. And if those passwords hadn't worked, let's say both of these passwords hadn't worked to access scam site's account. What do we do then? What then would I do? Not Tracer T. What then would I do if neither of those passwords worked? Does anyone have an actual question, or are we just doing a little trolling in chat today? Look in the database. Mills Gold. Mills Gold coming in the clutch. I never doubted you for a second, Mills Gold. Everyone else is a smooth brain in chat except for Mills Gold. Okay? But Mills Gold knows that these are database credentials.
Hey, yo.
So it's probably in our best interest to go ahead and crack open the WordPress and Subreon databases to see if there are other passwords we don't have in there. If there are hashes in there that we don't have, we could crack them. We could attempt to crack them. Again, you need to be a hound for credentials. You want credentials everywhere. Credentials, credentials, credentials. 10, 10, 68, 38. Okay. SSH 10, 10, 68, 38. What was it? Scam site? Okay, scam site's password is this. There we go. We get logged in right away through SSH. No problems whatsoever. So the benefits of having SSH access. Not only do we have a nice, robust, proper shell here, because we're not using some kind of reverse shell through a web server, we have a proper TTY without having to do all that Python and STTY business. And this is also much stealthier. SSH is how people are supposed to execute commands on the box. If commands are being executed over SSH, people are much less concerned about that. Any defenders, imagine, like, scammers don't have cyber defenders. They don't even have brains. That's why they have to fucking scam boomers out of money. But if they did have cyber defenders, this would be a good way of hiding from them. It's much less noisy. 10 months of Mr. Crumbs. Welcome back, Mr. Crumbs, to the All Has Red team. Thank you so much for continually supporting the stream. So let's go sudo tac L to see what we can do. We do see we can execute user bin iconvert. And I don't know what we can do with iconvert. I know what that command does. It converts text to different forms of text. But does it have some way of executing code? Let's find out with our good friend GTFOBins. GTFOBins is an online, up-to-date database of Linux utilities that can be that can be used for privilege escalation if they are misconfigured or given too many permissions. Let's see if iConvert has one. There does appear to be an entry for sudo. If the binary is allowed to run as superuser by sudo, it does not drop the elevated privileges and may be used to access the file system, escalate, or maintain privileged access. So this does appear to be, it does appear that we have an arbitrary file read as root here. It's user bin iConvert. Permission denied. Oh, I have to sudo it, obviously. And there we go! We can read the shadow file. So we can see scam sites password hash here. And we can see root's password hash. The problem is that doesn't necessarily translate into a password for root. Not yet anyway. Not necessarily. The reason being that oftentimes that these are SHA-512 hashes. SHA-512 hashes are very hard to crack. They'll take a long ass time to crack. SHA-5, we'll be here all night trying to crack a SHA-512 hash, even if it's in RockU. Even if the actual hash is in RockU, we'll be out here all night trying to read it. So I don't want to try to crack this unless we absolutely have to. Let's see if root has an SSH key. Oh, we could probably just read root.txt, right? There's root.txt. So we can read root.txt. Does root have an SSH key? It does. So root just has an SSH key here. We could just grab that real quick. No problem whatsoever. We do need to, SSH demands very specific permissions for its private keys, so we need to make sure to change this to have the proper permissions with chmod. SSH tac I root RSA, root at, what was the IP address again? 10.10.68.38. And it hits me with the password. Was this encrypted? It was not encrypted. This SSH key does not seem to work. Did the maker of the box not put it in the authorized keys file? Oh, so that explains it. So you actually, this key exists, it's in here, but the creator of the box forgot to put the public key into authorized keys. Let's see if we can fix that. So can I write to a file with this iConvert? I have file read. I can do file write. Spectacular. So let's get the private key. I can't remember the exact Linux SSH get public key from private key RSA. So the key with, so we're talking about public and private keys. This is some cryptography shit. The important thing that you need to know for Newbie Tuesday purposes is that this was a private key. The private key is not meant to be known by anybody. If someone gains access to your private key, they are essentially you, for all intents and purposes, as far as the crypto is concerned. Which is a little fun fact about cryptocurrency. It's still true about cryptocurrency. We're talking about RSA here, but it's still true when it comes to cryptocurrency. If someone gets access to your private key, they are you, for all intents and purposes. Okay? The public key is the opposite. The public key is designed to be shared as much as you want with anybody who you want to communicate with. Okay? The key to cryptography, the key to RSA at least, and symmetric cryptography, is that you can derive the public key from the private key, but you cannot go in reverse. Deriving the private key from the public key is, for all intents and purposes, impossible. Okay? It's not impossible, but computers are very bad at it. It exploits kind of a weakness of modern computing. But there is a way to retrieve the public key from an SSH private key. Okay. SSH keygen will do it for us. We'll call it root rsa.pub. Here is the public key that corresponds with that private key. Okay. So now we can follow that GTF obins and write to the authorized keys file. The authorized keys file contains all of the public keys that are allowed to authenticate to this machine. The private keys of which are allowed to authenticate to this machine. Echo that data. Pipe that into sudo iConvert. There we go. So let's try and read that file now. And we see that we have written that public key to authorized keys. Now let's try and log in. And we do get in. Does everybody understand how that works? We didn't really need to do that because we already had the root.txt, but we got to learn a little bit more about how SSH works. This is good for Newbie Tuesday. Yeah, this was a fun box. Really hustle, alpha, sigma, male, tau, epsilon, mu, grind set here. Really solid hustle box for us. Why are we shouting? We're always shouting. I'm always loud. I'm loud when I get excited. Does anybody have any questions? There we go. We are certified scammer busters, chat. We've done it. Does anybody have any questions? We'll start looking for someone to raid. I suspect Taggart is streaming. Taggart's got that Sigma male grind set. Paleontologizing is streaming. It looks like Taggart's off this week. Taggart is off this week. He's on vacation.
L4Z Draco.
Let's check streamers. Let's see if there are any InfoSec streamers first. But otherwise, we'll be going to Dino Dan. You guys know I'm all about Dino Dan, okay? I think Dino Dan does incredibly important work for us. Us being proponents of science in the real world. I thought Gar was live, but apparently not. It says Gar is live on the streamers page. He must have just gotten off. You still look like shit? I know. I know, my friends. All right. We will raid Dino Dan. Before we go, does anybody have any questions? Either about this or about my Sigma male mindset. I'll even show you my signature again. Okay? Signature. Just print this out, okay? Put it up on your wall. It is $20 a print. It is $20 a print. Just Venmo me and say, for signature in the comments. Okay? But put this up on your wall. It'll give you my mindset for being a hustle grind fest. And or grinder. And you know what? If this doesn't work, if you don't become a hacker entrepreneur with this on your wall, just try being born rich next time, bro. Next time, be born rich. How many IQ points do the sunglasses add? They're actually removing my IQ the longer I have them on because they're digging into the sides of my head. It actually is quite painful to have them on at this point underneath the headphones. But I put up with it for you guys. We'll be back on Thursday for Cthulhu Thursday. We're going to finish up that Java machine that we didn't finish last time. What machine was that again? Does anybody remember? What was that machine? Spring. We got to finish TryHackMe's Spring on Thursday. We did not get root. We got user and did not get root. We'll finish up that one on Thursday. And we'll do another one as well if that one doesn't take up all the time. With the bin bash reverse shell command, what are some reasons it does not return a shell? I only copied it from Pentester, Pentest. I copied it from here. I didn't do the bash tac C. That's probably what it was. I didn't do bash tac C, bash tac I. I normally do it from the hack tools thing, which has a slightly different one. That one always works. I should have done the bash tac C. You guys are absolutely right. But we got it through Netcat anyways. It was fine. Why is that part important? It seems redundant. It works bash tac I only works if we're already running inside of bash. If we're not running in bash, we need the bash tac C to execute this in the context of bash. If that makes sense. Why did you have to put the public key in authorized keys? Good question. So the authorized keys file... This authorized keys file, the purpose of this file is to contain all of the public keys, the associated private keys of which are allowed to authenticate to this machine. These are all of the cryptographic keys that are allowed to authenticate to the machine as this user. So the private key that's associated with this public key is allowed to authenticate. So when I authenticated to this machine, I presented my private key. This machine took that key, derived the public key from it, and checked to see if that public key was in authorized keys. If it is, it logs us in. If it's not, it doesn't. So we had to write the public key into this file before it would work because the box creator didn't do that for us. Did that make sense? The box creator did not create an authorized keys file for us. So we had to create it to allow us to log in as root. It wasn't really necessary. We could read the root flag, but we did it anyways because we learned a little bit. We added a few more wrinkles onto our brains. 69 Tegel Biddies for Immortal Gun. Thank you so much. San GOP, thank you for the follow. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. How would you get root with file write without SSH key? I would just create my own SSH key. I would have created my own SSH key on my own box here with SSH keygen. And then I would have written that public key to authorized keys in the exact way that we did. I would have basically done the same thing. I just would have generated the key locally. Does that make sense, Oreo Bite? I just decided to check for a key first before I did that, because I figured it would already be in authorized keys and I wouldn't have to go through that. I know about what would you do instead? That's what I would have done instead. If there was no key, if other than that, with arbitrary file write, create a new user in Etsy PassWD. You can write to Etsy PassWD. Write a new user to Etsy PassWD right here, and make it UID 0. So you'd be root. You can write a password in here too. Replace this X with a password. With file write, the quickest ways to code execution are usually SSH key, then Etsy PassWD in that order. Write to Etsy PassWD. Or you could simply overwrite this X in the root line with your own password if you wanted to. That's also an option available to you. But keep in mind that if you do that, you're locking root, actual legitimate root, out of the machine, which you don't necessarily want to do. It's better to just create your own. The third way is to write to the Etsy sudoers. Scam site could use iConvert, but we could modify Etsy sudoers to allow him to do anything as root. We could simply upgrade Scam Site's permissions so that he could do anything as root. And then we can just sudo su from him. There's a lot you can do with that with arbitrary file write to get code execution. Does that make sense? SanGOP, thanks for the follow. I think I already said that, but in case I didn't, thanks for the follow. All right, friends. We're rating Dino Dan. Bring him glad tidings of Dread Cthulhu. That man's doing great work for science and academia outreach. I cannot emphasize enough how beneficial people like Dino Dan are. We need more science education. Support Dino Dan. Support science education. Because there's way too much misinformation and bad science out there. We need more people who can identify bad science. Okay? And the way that we make those people is with scientific outreach like Dino Dan. Support him. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good dude. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed the hustle mindset. Hustle Al. If you guys want, perhaps we can make this a redemption. We can bring Hustle Al back now and then. But for now, I'll see you guys Thursday. Go to bed tonight knowing a little bit more than you did yesterday. I'll see you again when the stars are right. Have a good night, day, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. Stay safe and get vaccinated. Love you all.
A hunter must hunt.
For bringing all your wonderful viewers here. I appreciate that as always. And for those of you who might be new, allow me to introduce myself real quick. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist here on Twitch trying to do some science outreach. Oftentimes we'll go over fossil news, we'll talk about new discoveries